So we'll start here with the CAD designs for this shield. We can see it's on an angle, and this is what it was for a long time. We just had it hanging straight in front and didn't really care for that. So we were like, let's change this out. The goal was always, when we bought this glass, this polycarbonate, that we would make this exact design. It took us a little longer than we thought, but we got to it. Here's us spray painting it. It's all steel, so we just painted it black. The idea is that it blends in. Here's kind of the basic frame for the bottom. This is like the base part that gets screwed into the drum riser. And then we had to cover the front glass because we had already pulled the paper off of it because we were using it just hanging from the ceiling for a long time. So we put this stuff on it so we could handle it and not scratch it up and get fingerprints on it. We put in tons and tons of bolts. I forget, I think we had it counted up, but it was hundreds of bolts. And then this is us installing the first piece, getting a few bolts in the bottom just to kind of hold it into place. And we're getting the side piece on. So all of this connects together. This project became a little bit more difficult because of the angle, and we're doing this angle so that it disappears on the camera and from the congregation perspective. That the idea is to make it as if there isn't glass there. You don't want all the reflections from the stage lights and all that. So the goal of this was to get it on an angle that cameras and everyone in the room would not even see the glass. So installation of this took a lot longer than we thought. We were here probably, I don't know, 8 or 12 hours trying to do this. A lot of it was trial and error, so I think that's why it took a little bit longer. If it looks like a race car, that's because, well, it was designed by a guy who designs race cars. And so he built it kind of in the same vein, the same idea. And it's definitely over-engineered, but it is really, really cool. What I like about this is it's not housing me in completely, and where I have all the musicians on the back line with me, there, like, I see everybody and it's not behind glass. So I still feel like a part of the band while keeping the drums heavily out of the vocal mics. And this is us peeling off the paper. So here's kind of initial looks of it. You can see here that there's reflections like that, but that's up close. That's on stage. This is the initial look from down on the front row. Again, you can see the reflection from the fluorescent light, but that's not on during service, so no one would see that. This is the view from behind the kit, so you can see what I mean, where everybody beside me isn't behind glass. So I still feel very much like a part of the band, which is really important to me on this build. And then right here is a quick clip of us on our first Sunday using it. Now, I want you to notice the bolts stand out, and we didn't want all that silver standing out. The idea is that this blends in, so we decided we were going to paint it black. So here is taped up and with the paper, and it's about halfway up. You can see where we started spray painting it, and you can already tell from the top part where the bolts are to the bottom. And here it is finished. This is the first looks of it all completely painted. It blends in a whole lot better. To end this video, here is a clip of a service where you can see how it blends in better. We had a really fun time doing this. Again, it took longer than we thought because a lot of it was trial and error, and we were kind of building it from scratch. But if it's something that you would be into, just click that link, and thanks for watching.